Hey foodies, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will show you how I make my hearty beef stew. A simple and easy dish perfect for a cold winter's day. Here are all my ingredients I will be using. Firstly, I will start with my beef. I will be using stewing beef for this recipe, but you can also use lamb, mutton or couscous meat. Finally, we will start cutting our meat in medium-sized cubes. I will be keeping some of the fat and bone on the meat as it gives the stew a lot of flavor. My meat has been all cut up. Let's move over to the flour mixture. For my flour mixture, I'll be using half a teaspoon of dried rosemary, half a teaspoon of dried parsley, half a teaspoon of brown sugar, 1 cup of cake flour, 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika, 2 teaspoons of barbecue or braised spice, a bit of thyme, some salt, and some pepper. Let's mix everything in a bowl. Now my flour mixture is ready, so let's start coating our meat. Make sure to coat your meat evenly on both sides and do this with all your pieces of meat. All our meat is coated evenly, so let's get ready to start frying. In a hot non-stick pan, add a 1/4 cup of cooking oil. I'll be using sunflower oil, but you can also use olive oil if you like. Now let's add our meat one at a time. Allow your meat to fry, turning occasionally until golden and brown. My meat is perfect, so let's remove it from the hot pan and set aside. For my veggies, I'll be using 1 punnet of mushrooms, 1 punnet of patty pans. You can also use baby marrows if you like, 2 large potatoes, 3 carrots, 2 cloves of garlic, and 1 large onion. Slice your onions in thick slices. Next, roughly chop your carrots. Then dice your potatoes in medium cubes. Chop your mushrooms into thick slices and do the same with your patty pans. Roughly slice your garlic as well. Veggies are all chopped, time to move on. In the same pan, I fried the meat. Let's add our veggies and give that a nice mix. let's add 2 teaspoons of barbecue or braai spice, 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika, a few sprigs of dry thyme. You can also add fresh thyme if you like, half a teaspoon of dried parsley, and half a teaspoon of dried rosemary. A sprinkle of salt and pepper, and give that a good mix. And allow your veggies, herbs and spices to infuse together. In a jug, I have 2 cups of boiling water, 1 oxtail and 1 chili beef cube. Let's crumble our cubes and add that to the boiling water. Let's give it a good mix, and this will be my stock. Firstly, I'll add my meat. Because I'm using stewing beef, it will need at least 3.5 to 4 hours cooking time until the meat is nice and tender. Let's start adding our stock. One cup of red wine. If you don't like the wine, you can leave it out completely, but because it will be cooking slowly, the taste of the wine will eventually cook out. Let's put the lid on and allow this to cook for 1.5 hours until the meat is a bit tender. It's been 1.5 hours, and as you can see, I've added my potatoes. To this, I will add 1 tin of tomatoes and 1 tablespoon of tomato paste. Give that a mix and allow this to cook for a further 1.5 hours. It's been about 1.5 hours, so let's check on our slow cooker. The tomatoes are still chunky, so let's start adding our veggies. Give that a slight mix. And then in goes our butter beans. Allow this to cook for a further 1.5 hours or until the meat is tender and falling off the bone. With my stew, I'll be serving couscous. You can also serve it with mashed potatoes, rice, or some lovely fresh baked bread. In my bowl, I have 2 cups of couscous. And in a jug, I have 2 cups of boiling water. To that, I will be adding 1 crumbled chicken stock cube. Give that a mix. Let's add that to the couscous and cover. It's been about 15 to 20 minutes, so let's check on our couscous. The couscous is looking perfect. It's absorbed all the stock, and because I used the chicken stock, it will give the couscous a lovely flavor. Let's use a fork and flake the couscous. The stew is ready, so let's plate up and serve with some fresh chopped spring onion. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe and comment, and I will see you in my next video.